Hola, my name is Stacy Rodriguez. Stacy is my wife, and we lead the trip to Guatemala in this time.
So Alex and I have a fun story of how we met. We would actually climb mountains and go reach the unreached together, where basic needs were not met. Having said that, there were no showers, there was no makeup, there was no hairspray, there was nothing that we see as like everyday items. You don't have any of that there, so it's pretty real. Like, you see what you get what you see, it is what it is. But you take away all the first world things that we have, and you can really see the heart of someone. So even though he didn't speak English and I didn't speak any Spanish, we were able to connect just by reaching the unreached and sharing the gospel with people, removing any ulterior motives, any luxuries that we have in the United States. We kept it raw and kept it real.
One of my favorite moments was when we have a group in Guatemala. We visit one family, and I remember one lady bring a soda and have a chair and say, "Sit here." And I remember when the guy said, "I can believe that, because in US we have money, or we are blessing for many things, but we don't have time. But here, the people don't have too much, but they have time and open the heart and say, 'Welcome to my house.'"
My favorite part of taking a team down to Guatemala is the relationships and friendships that are built between members here at the summit. It's usually life-changing. I think anyone that's gone on a team to Guatemala with the summit can tell you exactly every person on the trip that went with them that year. They never forget. And once you go on a trip with someone, it's a special bond that can only happen on a mission field. There usually aren't words to explain it, but it's a beautiful connection.
Mi parte favorita para este grupo es poder ir tomar alimentos y poderlos llevar a las personas y compartirles el evangelio, y luego poder orar por ellas. Creo que es algo maravilloso que al grupo le gusta hacer bastante.
His favorite part of the trip is taking food baskets to families in the mountains and providing them with a literal physical need, but then also praying for them and sharing the gospel with them at the same time, and connecting the family with the church, the local church in that village, so that they don't feel disconnected when we leave. When teams go to Guatemala, we focus on 3 main ministry areas when we go. We go to the hospitals and we pray for people, and we try to take clothes for babies, we take diapers, we take wipes. Those things are not provided in those hospitals. Medicine's not provided in the hospitals, so most of their basic needs are not met. They're able to see a doctor, but anything else is on the family to provide. So we meet those practical needs, but then we also pray for each family. When we go to the schools, we try to have youth involved as much as possible, but the adults are able to help too. And we find a fun and creative way to share a little bit about the Bible, but we also try to build relationships with the missionaries there. So as the missionaries are returning, then they are able to continue to pour the gospel in. And we also meet basic needs in those schools if we're able to. We've provided soccer uniforms, soccer balls, and many things like that. And as Alex also said, providing food to people in the villages is one of our favorite parts, because they're hungry. They never have enough food. They never have enough food. Babies still die because they're malnourished. Children still die because they don't have enough food. So providing that essential need is one of our favorite parts that anybody is able to go and do. So I like to tell people that we try to stay in nice accommodations. I use that word loosely, but to let people know we sleep well, we eat well, so that we can serve well. That's the ultimate goal. So our accommodations are safe, our basic needs are met, so we're ready to go. We get up early in the morning, we work all day, and then we rest in the evening. We shower, we clean up, and we get ready for the next day. So we work hard, but we also work well. I would encourage anyone that hasn't been to go. One, it's biblical. Isaiah 6, who will go for me? I will go. It sounds so simple, but in a regard, it is simple. I will go. I will go. It's phenomenal when you go to help people who literally have nothing. They don't have electricity. They don't have running water. They don't have plumbing. They don't have toilets. They don't have anything. But you go and you give them what you have, your time. You share the gospel. You smile and you encourage. and they're overwhelmed. And I would encourage people to go and do that firsthand because it changes your perspective. It changes our perspective on how we treat our own families, our finances, our faith. It changes our perspective in our faith. So it's life-changing for the people we minister to, but it's also life-changing for us and for our families when we come back.
Well, if you are interested to go to Guatemala, if you don't speak Spanish, don't worry. We have people can translate. The McIntyre's kids speak English and Spanish. Dominic speak English and Spanish. And I remember one thing when I was in Guatemala. One guy said me, I need to pray for this lady because the lady wants to receive Jesus. And I remember he said me, you need translate. And one guy say, but he don't speak English. And he said, don't worry, he can. And he started praying, and I immediately started translate English to Spanish. And there was one thing I was surprised because I don't understand anything, but I can speak the words. So the lady said, I can receive Jesus in this moment. And we pray for salvation. This was the thing I was surprised in the mission trip. Sometimes we have a special gift from God.